Now, hello everyone. In our previous time, we were able to discuss dividing of both sides. Right now, we want to talk about collecting of like terms. How do we collect like terms in simple equation? Now, collecting of like terms in simple equation is different from collecting of like terms in an expression. For simple equation, sign changes. While for what? And in an expression, sign doesn't change. Now look at this. You have what? X plus 5 plus x. This is an expression. Now you have x plus 5 equals to 6. This is an equation. This is an expression. It does not have what? An equal sign. Why this is what? An equation. It has equal sign. That's the difference between expression and equation. Now how do we collect like terms? Now look at this. You know you have what? X plus 5 plus x. This x plus 5, I told you cannot add them together. Now it's still something by you saying that you adding different variables. You cannot add variable and number together. You can't add them together. Now since you have what? X plus 5 plus x, you are collecting like term because this is x and this is x, but the sign is not changing. Don't forget that. Don't be confused. Don't do mistake. The sign is not changing. Now you have your x. This is x plus x. You have to bring it closer. Plus x, then plus 5. And you all know your x plus x is what? 2x. Then you have what? Plus 5. Very simple. But in an equation, collecting of like terms in an equation, it is different. Now you have what? X plus 5 equals to 6. Now look at this. Let me explain this in terms of like life activities. Now look at this. This is your x. Just use it as someone. Are you listening? Now, you know this equals to is already dividing them. Let's make this US a country. US. Then let's make this what? Nigeria. Now, x is someone. Why this 5 is another person? Are you listening? This is letter. Why this is number? So this letter is a person, while 5 too is what? A person, but another person is not relating with what? Is not relating with x. But look at this. So this x and 5, they are in Nigeria. Why this what? This 6 is what? Is in UK. That's it. Or US. I call this US. Sorry. This x plus 5 are in Nigeria, while 6 is in what? Is in US. Now, but this x and 5, they are not relating. This 5 is a number. 6 is also a number. They are family. So 5 now decided that okay, let me go and meet my bro in what? In US. Tired of Nigeria. You understand? All this insecurity that is happening and so on and so forth. So I'm tired of it. Let me go and meet my bro in what? In US, which is what? 6. So 5 want to go and meet 6. That's it. Now this sign, this plus sign, it is called location. Because as you know right now, this plus is indicating that 5 is in Nigeria. Because this plus is not for x. So remember that x has its own what? Plus, invisible plus. You understand that? So this x is in Nigeria. This plus 5 also is in Nigeria. So this plus is what? Sign that okay, so person is in Nigeria. So if this 5 now cross over, it means if you cross over the equal sign. If you cross over, it means it's already going to what? It's going to go and be 6 in US. So as it's crossing over, that sign will change from plus to minus. That's it. Now look at this. You know you have your x. Since your x is still in Nigeria, just put your x like that. Now x equals to your 5 is there. You know 6 is there already. So make sure you write your 6 there first. Not that you write 5. No, you write your 6 because 6 is already in US already. Now you have your 6. Remember that this is crossing over or is traveling away from Nigeria to US. Now as it's traveling, this plus will change to minus. So you now have what? Minus. Then you write your 5. So this is telling you that okay, oh, I have moved away from Nigeria, I'm now in another country which is called US. Very simple. That's how you now have what x. So this x is still what Nigeria. So with that, just what apply it to this work or to this question. Now you now have what x is equals to what 6 minus 5. Now x is equals to 6 minus 5. Remember 6 has what invisible plus. You have 6 naira with you and you are owing someone 5 naira. That's minus 5. You are owing someone 5 naira. Now since I have 6 naira with me, I now go and pay the person that I'm owing. So it means I still have 1 naira with me. So I'm going to write 1. Some of you may ask that, okay, since I said that sometimes why 1 is always what invisible, why did I write my 1 here? It is always invisible when it is what conjugating with another variable. You understand? For example, now if I have what x, it is invisible. You can write your 1x, but it's not necessary. Just write your x. But since it is a number, you have to show that it is a number, because nothing apart from 1 is 0. That's it. So you have to make sure that you put that one so that they will know that it is what it is 1. Let's have more questions. Now if you have a question like this, 2a plus 7 equals to minus 5. You have 2a plus 7 equals to minus 5. Now you have 2a plus 7. You cannot add them together because this has letter already. This is what a number, even though it should be 100a. But since that a is there, it's already classified as a letter, another part. But this 7, it is what a number. Now look at this. 2a plus 7, they are another country. Minus 5 is in another country. This 7 here, want to go and meet his brother. Remember, it is on plus 7. Are you listening? There are some questions that it will be minus. So that does not mean that plus means you are in Nigeria. No, I'm just letting you I'm just explaining that so you are able to understand. Now 2a plus 7 equals to what? Minus 5. What you are doing is what you are connecting like terms. Because your 2a cannot add up with 7. So you have this 7, you are going to take this 7 to 5, because 5 is a number while 7 is also a number, so you can add them together. You understand? Now you have what? 2a equals to minus 5 is there already. So you have what? Minus 5. This plus, it will change to minus. If it is crossing over, it will change to minus. So you now have what? Minus 7. Now this is 2a equals to minus 5 minus 7. You are owing 5, you are also owing 7. So it means you are owing what? 12. Which should give what? Minus 12. Now if you look at this, you should be familiar with this. What you are going to do, remember we are looking for a. It is not 2a. If that they ask us to look for 2, we know that okay, 2 is equals to what? Minus 12. But we are looking for a. These 2 here is disturbing you. What you are doing is what? You are dividing both sides by the coefficient of a. Very simple. Dividing both sides by what? By 2. Coefficient of a is what? It is 2. So you now have what? 2a equals to minus 12 over 2 over 2. These 2 here cancel 2. Now remember there is an invisible plus here. Minus divided by plus is what? It is minus. How many 2 1? 2 in 12 is what? 6. So the answer is what? Minus 6. Very, very simple. Very simple. Now you also have some question like this. Now you have a question like this. If we have 7y minus 6 equals to 2y plus what? Plus 8. Now look at this. We have add more numbers and variables to it. We have 7y minus 6 equals to what? 2y plus 8. Now 7y minus 6, you cannot minus them together. 2y plus 8, you cannot add them because they are different. You understand? Now if you have 7y, this 7y, 7 has y, 2 has y, bring them together. Minus 6 is a number, plus 8 is also a number, bring them together. Very simple. So what you are doing is that you are collecting like terms. CLT, you are collecting like terms. This is short form of collecting like terms. Now, this is 7y. Remember that this 2y is in another place because of this word equal sign has separated them. Now, 2y, you want to make sure that it goes to what? -7. Now, there is an invisible plus here. Don't forget that invisible plus. Now, if it is crossing over, it will change to minus. It will now be what? -2y. Then put your equals to, because at the same time you want to make sure that as this 2y is traveling, this -6 is also traveling. No qualms. Now, -6 is going to what? 8. Then you have your +8. Very simple. If this minus crosses over, it will change to what? +6. Now, plus 7y. There's an invisible plus here. You have 7y with you. You are owing someone 2y. You go and pay the person. You still have what? 5y. Very rich. Equals to what? You have 8 with you. You have 6 with you. How much do you have? You have what? 14. Now, look at this. You have what? 5y equals to 14. Remember, we are looking for y. We are looking for the variable. We are looking for that unknown number. What will be the value of that unknown number? Now, you have what? 5y equals to 14. You are dividing both sides by 5, or the coefficient of y. Now, you have what? 5y equals to 14 over 5. 5 cancel 5. Y is equals to, you can leave the answer like this. Since if you divide it, it will give you a whole quotient. So your answer can be what? 14 over 5, or you can change it to mixed number, mixed fraction. How many times can you see in 14? It is 2. Remember 4. That is 2 whole number. Remember 4. That is 4 over 5. Very simple. Your number cannot only be in whole number. It can be in decimal. It can be in fraction, any kind of fraction, either proper, improper, mixed fraction, decimal fraction. It is not only in whole number. Now you can see our y gives us what? Either 14 over 5, or the answer can be what? 2 whole number, 4 over 5. Very, very simple. So that is more about what? Collecting of like terms. Even though the question, okay, let me even put more example of that. So you understand what I'm saying? Now, let's say you have what? Let me start the question from here. You have 2m minus 6 plus 3m plus 5 equals to minus 6m plus 9 plus 3m. Now, look at this. You want to solve. It is very, very simple. Just know the logic. Just know the step. You are going to get it. Now you have what? 2m minus 6 plus 3m plus 5. All this like this, they are in one part. If you remove the equals to and all these sheets that are here, this is already an expression, no doubt. If you remove equals to and all these that are here, this is already an expression, no doubt. This has already become an equation because it has equal sign. Now, look at this. From this point to this point, it is an expression. And you have m here, you also have m here. You have number here, you have number here. So no sign is changing. Plus is not changing to minus, minus is not changing to plus, but yet you are collecting like terms. You know, I told you that the collection of like terms in expression is different from it in what? Equation. Now, if you have 2m minus 6 is not possible. That's the answer. 2m minus 6. What you are going to do, since you have 2m here, you have 3m here, bring them together, but make sure that you are not changing any sign. Don't do mistake. Now, if you have, so you have what? 2m. Then what follows what? Plus 3m. This number here, minus 6 plus 5 equals to, do the same with it. None of them has traveled. They are still in that same area. Now, minus 6m, this 3m. Then you have what? Minus 6m plus what? 3m. Then you have what? 9. You only have one number there. No doubt. Now, 2m plus 3m, you have, remember you have invisible plus here. You have 2m with 2, you also have 3m with 2, which will give us what? 5m. Now, minus 6 plus 5, you are owing 6, you have 5 with 2, you are still owing minus 1. Equals to what? Minus 6 plus 3m, you are owing 6m, but you are owing 6m and you have 3m with 2, which is what? Minus 3m, and you have what? Plus 9. Now, there is nothing again you want to collect. Now, what am I going to do? You are not dealing with what? Collecting like terms in an equation, because this 5m here, this minus 3m is in another place. This equation is what? Is already dividing them. This minus 3m is in another place. This minus 1 here plus 9 is in another place. So you have to what? Make sure that that sign must change. Now collect what? Like terms. You can also write it there by what? Collecting like terms. They are still the same. Now you have 5m. This minus 3m, if it cross over, if we change to plus, that's plus 3m equals to, this 9 is already here, so you must leave it. Plus 9 minus 1 over meets 9. So now I have what? Plus 1. Very simple. Now 5m plus 3m will give you what? 8m equals to, plus 9 plus 1 will give you 10. So you are dividing what? You are dividing both sides by the coefficient of n, which is what? Dividing both sides by what? By 8. Now you have what? 8m equals to 10 over 8 over 8. This 8 can cancel 8. Invisible plus here, invisible plus here. Now plus 5 by plus is still plus. What can go? 2 can go. 2 in 8 is what? 4. 2 in 10 is what? 5. So the answer is what? 5 over 4. So therefore your m is equal to what? 5 over 4. Very, very simple. So no matter how, even though your question is from here to this place and they ask you to solve, it is very, very simple. Just use the logic. Now please make sure you like my video, you share, you comment, and you also will subscribe.